Welcome back, everybody, to Pooley Mag TV, the raw, unedited, unscripted NUFC fan channel where everybody's got an opinion and nobody's opinion is wrong. So this afternoon, I'm bringing you another version of the top five. It's going to be a little bit more in-depth today, and it's not going to be officially Newcastle related. Although there could be a couple of Newcastle players in there, I'm not too sure yet. You know, you'll have to wait and see and watch the video. It's going to be a bit of a longer format, but it's going to be the top five greatest players of all time that I've seen. Not what Sky Sports tell me, not what mainstream media tell me, what I've actually seen. Now, I'm not going to have Pelé in my list. There's a spoiler for you, because I haven't seen enough of Pelé. Now, if you're 60, 70-year-old and you've watched a lot of Pelé, then he might be in your list. But he's not going to be in my list because I haven't watched enough of him. They don't have to have been playing when I was born, but I've got to have watched a substantial amount of their playing time for me to actually judge whether they're in the top five footballers of all time. Now, this is a predominantly Newcastle fan channel, but it's a football fan channel too, so I thought I'd mix it up a little bit today and go for my five greatest players of all time. So, number five, I am going to go for Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo, well, what more can you say about him? Over 900 career goals. He's done it in every league he's played in. Italy, Spain, England twice. And now he's ripping up the Saudi League, which isn't as bad as what people make it out to be. He scores a hell of a lot more goals than Sadio Mane and Karim Benzema, by the way, and Neymar in that league. That league isn't as bad as what anybody else makes it out to be, and what I've made it out to be in previous years. But I've actually watched quite a bit of Al Nassr the last couple of years, because I am a big Ronaldo fan, and I think Cristiano Ronaldo deserves to be in the top five greatest players of all time. Best header of the ball I've ever seen. Can take a free kick like no other. Goal poacher. He switched from the left wing, the right wing, and now into the centre. He's a poacher extraordinaire. And he's a fantastic player all round. And he gets more assists than what people say he does and all. He really does. He does get more assists than what people say he does. And Cristiano Ronaldo, wow. Well, he is my favourite player at the minute. Currently playing Cristiano Ronaldo still. So he's number five. Number four, Thierry Henry. Now, people might be thinking, hey, how have you picked Thierry Henry over Cristiano Ronaldo? Well, I've grown up watching Thierry Henry really got me into being a massive football fan outside of Newcastle. I never really used to watch many games outside of Newcastle. I used to watch Newcastle all the time, but I never really watched anybody else. Thierry Henry brought my love to the wider game. Thierry Henry was a fantastic footballer, you know, and could do anything he wanted with a football. He really could. He was just magic. He would turn games on a head for Arsenal. I've never seen a player destroy teams in the Premier League like he has. So Thierry Henry, for me, is number four. Now, number three, and I have watched an extensive footage of this man, an absolute genius of a player, Paul Gascoigne. Paul Gascoigne, wow, what more can you say about Gazza? The ex-Newcastle player, the only Newcastle player in this list, Paul Gascoigne was just a different level to most players. Gazza was phenomenal. Now, I've watched him for Rangers. I've seen footage of him for Tottenham. I've seen footage of him from Newcastle. And obviously for England. And even at Everton, at the back end of his career, he was still better than most players. He was still way better than most players. So Paul Gascoigne comes in at number three. Number two, Georgie, they call him the Belfast boy. Now, I had a videotape when I was a kid called George Best, the Belfast boy. And I watched that videotape hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. And that really got me into loving George Best. What he couldn't do with a football is no one's business. George Best was by far one of the greatest players of all time. Like I say, this is just my list. I'm missing quite a lot. There's been hundreds and hundreds of world-class players out there that you could swap. And if I did a video tomorrow, there'd probably be another 5 in my top 5. But for today, this is my top 5. And number 2 is the Belfast boy, George Best. He was different gravy, as they say. Number 1, the Brazilian Ronaldo. The El Phenomenon, R9. I haven't seen a better player than this guy, like. He was just electric. The greatest footballer I've ever seen in my lifetime. And I don't think I'll ever see another player quite like him. I really don't. I really don't think I'll ever see another player quite like the Brazilian Ronaldo. He won World Player of the Year when he wasn't even the best version of himself. Work that one out. Work that one out. He had 2 major knee injuries and still won World Player of the Year. So, Brazilian Ronaldo is my number 1 pick. So, we've got Cristiano at 5, Thierry Henry at 4, we've got Paul Gascoigne at 3, we've got George Best at 2, and we've got the Brazilian Ronaldo at 1. Hit like, hit subscribe, comment down below with your top 5, whether you agree, disagree, who would you replace, who would you put in your top 5. Keep it black and white and keep it Poolie Mag TV. Over and out.